divide the polynomial 4x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2x plus 1 by the polynomial x squared plus 5. So for dividing polynomials, we'll do our long division. Underneath here, we put our dividend, which is 4x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2x plus 1. And on the outside, we'll put our divisor, which is x squared plus 5. And then we take our first term here, and we divide it by the first term out here. So 4x to the fourth divided by x squared is 4x squared. And we take this and we multiply it by our divisor. So 4x squared times x squared is 4x to the fourth. And 4x squared times 5 is 20x squared. Okay, notice that I have an x squared term right here, and I want it to be lined up with the x squared term above. So I'm actually going to rearrange this, because now it will be easier to actually subtract these. It'll be a lot easier to just kind of keep everything organized. Okay, so now I subtract. My first term should always cancel out. So the 4x to the fourth is gone. I've got 3x cubed minus nothing. So that just comes down. That's negative 3x cubed. Here I have 6x squared minus 20x squared. So that's minus 14x squared. And then my minus 2x and plus 1, there's nothing to subtract from those, so we just bring them down. And now I do that process again. I take this negative 3x cubed and I divide it by x squared. And that gives me a negative 3x. And I take this negative 3x and multiply by my divisor. So negative 3x times x squared is negative 3x cubed. And then negative 3x times positive 5 is negative 15x. And I'm going to line that up underneath the x term here. So negative 15x. And now I subtract. My first term cancels. I have negative 14x squared minus nothing, which is negative 14x squared. Negative 2x minus a negative 15x, so that's plus 15x. That gives me a 13x. And a plus 1 minus nothing is still plus 1. And then I do it again. I take negative 14x squared and I divide it by x squared, and that gives me negative 14. Then I multiply this negative 14 by my divisor. So negative 14 times x squared is negative 14x squared. And then negative 14 times 5 is negative 70. I'm going to line that up underneath my constant, negative 70. And I subtract. And these first terms cancel. 13x minus nothing is 13x. And then 1 minus a negative 70 is plus 71. Now the degree of this polynomial is smaller than the degree of my divisor, so I'm done dividing. I'm done with this process, and I just need to write out my answer. So I go ahead and take my, my original 4x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2x plus 1 divided by the x squared plus 5 is equal to, I have my quotient. So I write my quotient, 4x squared minus 3x minus 14. And then I have plus, and then I have my divisor, or sorry, my remainder, which is the 13x plus 71. That's my remainder. And then I divide that by my original divisor, x squared plus 5.